Hello and welcome back, audience. My name is MassiveBrad and welcome back to my FIFA 19 Liverpool career mode. Now, before we get into today's episode, I just want to say a huge big thank you for love and support on the channel. And as always, guys, at the start of these episodes, we're quickly going to recap on the previous. And the previous three games were the first leg in the semi-finals against Atletico Madrid in the Champions League. We then had Norwich in the Premier League, which was the simulated game. And then we also had the second leg in the semi-finals of the Champions League against Atletico Madrid. But the first game was the first leg, and it certainly wasn't an easy one. We went on to beat them 5-3. The problem with this at the time was they'd scored 3 away goals, so it basically ended 5-4, and I was amazed that, first of all, we managed to score both teams a total of 8 goals. That is something you probably don't see in the semi-finals of a Champions League game. 8 goals just in the first leg. It was unbelievable and put a lot of pressure on me and the team, especially going into the second leg, because they did have those 3 away goals. But regardless of that, we got the win. We beat them 5-3, and we started the episode off strong. We then simulated the second game against Norwich in the Premier League. And again, Norwich, out of nowhere, turned up. We managed to get the win after beating them 3-2. We scored in the 82nd minute to take it to 3-2. But with only 8 minutes to go, it was still 2-2. But thankfully, we did score that third important goal to get the 3 points and bag us that win away to Norwich. A very difficult game, but then I was hopeful going into this last game. I realised that we'd beaten Atletico Madrid 5-3, we'd beaten Norwich 3-2, and I was hopeful that we would dominate and hopefully this time round keep a clean sheet in the second leg against Atletico Madrid. We sadly didn't keep the clean sheet, but we did go on to beat them 2-1. Bear in mind, this time round we scored 2 away goals, so over the 2 legs it was 7-4. What a ridiculous scoreline for a semi-final Champions League game. 7-4 over the 2 legs. That is absolutely unbelievable. And then we have today's episode 92, guys. I'm probably going to tear up either at the end of this episode or the next one, because you guys know there's only 93 episodes left in this Liverpool career mode. In today's episode, the 3 games are going to be Arsenal, which we will be playing at home, Leicester away from home in the Premier League, which we will also be playing, and then we will be simulating the game against Newcastle back at Anfield. Now, once we've played those 3 games in today's episode, we then roll on for episode 93, which is where we face off against Wolves in the final of the FA Cup, Wolves for the final game in the Premier League, and then just like Season 2, we've got a repeat in Season 3, which is an all-English Champions League game, where it is ourselves versus Manchester United. Massive games in the next episode. 3 finals. The FA Cup final, the final game in the Prem, and the final in the Champions League. Now, I'm hoping I've still got all you guys listening at this time, because if you're not, well, you're going to miss out big time here. I have a massive announcement. In the description and the comment section of this video, there will be a straw poll. And the straw poll will be asking you guys, what league would you like me to do for the final FIFA 19 career mode before FIFA 20? You guys know, after episode 93, we're going to have finished off and retire at Liverpool. You've also seen a lot of videos on the one season wonder at Manchester City. I'm also finishing off that series. Sadly, we've only managed to do 1 season. I left it a little bit too late in the year to get deep into it and get a good 3 or 4 seasons in. But I'm going to finish it off. Then we're going to do 1 final career mode before FIFA 20 comes out and we start with new career modes on FIFA 20. What I am asking you to do on this straw poll, guys, is in episode 92, this one, you're voting on just what league, whether it's you want a Premier League team, La Liga, Bundesliga, Serie A, Ligue 1, the Chinese League, it doesn't matter. Now, what I would say to you now is if you have a team in your mind, let's say Barcelona, you need to be voting for La Liga, because what's going to happen is, for this episode, you guys are all going to vote, and whichever league wins, in episode 93 of the Liverpool career mode, whichever league wins, all the teams from that league are going to be put into one final straw poll, which is going to be in the description and comment section of episode 92 when that comes out, and then you're going to vote for the team. So, if you want Barcelona, there's no point in voting for the Premier League, because if the Premier League then wins, you've got no chance of having Barcelona as the final career mode in FIFA 19. So, like I used for example, if you don't necessarily have to think, oh, I want a favourite league. Just think of the team you would like me to do for this final FIFA 19 career mode before FIFA 20 comes out and we start new career modes on FIFA 20. Think of that team. Think of the league. Go down below right now in the comment section and the description, because that's where the link will be. Click it and vote for that league. If you want me to take over Barcelona, go and vote La Liga. And then in episode 92, when you see Barcelona and all the teams from La Liga, vote Barcelona. I cannot stress this enough. Go and vote for the league. Then I'll have an idea of what team we're going to be because of the league. And then you're going to vote for your team. Again, this episode, vote for the league. The last episode, the next episode, and the last Liverpool career mode episode, you're going to vote for the team within that league. So whatever team you would like me to manage, choose the league they're in, and then choose the team. It's as simple as that. I'm hopeful we're going to be able to do one whole season. When I've worked out on my calendar, it's certainly going to be very close, because we've got this episode and one more of the Liverpool career mode. And as I record this episode, episode 92, I have 2 more one season wonder episodes. But if you are hopefully seeing this on I think it's the 2nd of April. I'm hoping you're seeing it on Friday the 2nd of April. If you are, go and check out Wednesday's video that was 2 days ago. I have created a fantasy football team and a fantasy league that you guys can get involved in. Now, I know a few of you might think, oh, it's not FIFA, I don't want to get involved. No, guys, this is fantasy football. This is based on real life Premier League games. It's a fun game. It's free. Go and give it a watch. Sign up. Join the league. And there's also £20 worth of Amazon gift cards available to the winner of the league at the end of the season. So it doesn't matter where you are in the world, go and sign up to it. I've explained how you sign up, how you create an account, how you create your team. I went quite into depth of it. I didn't go too much when it was dragged right out, but I've done enough where you guys can watch the video and sign up at exactly the same time, step by step, to make it easier for you guys. Then you can come and join the league. You can battle with me to try and beat me in the league. And you can be leaving comments on the FIFA 20 content saying, oh, Brad, great video. I got 64 points this week. What did you get? We can talk about the Fantasy Premier League episode as such, because I'm only doing 2 episodes on it. It's a 2-video mini-series. One video's already gone up 2 days ago showing you guys how to sign up and what you need to do. And then one episode, or the last episode, video 2, will go up at the end of the season looking at who's won, who had the best weeks, who got the most points one week, who had the best captain one week, and so on. But I cannot stress it enough. Go and watch Wednesday's video and come and sign up to Fantasy Football and join my league. But up next, we've got Arsenal in the Premier League at Anfield, and I'm hopeful we're going to do a job. Without a doubt now, we already know that we've been crowned Premier League champions. What we're hopeful in today's episode is Mo Salah can catch Harry Kane. Now, luckily enough, he scored 3 against Norwich. He was the man that scored the hat-trick and got all 3, which means he's only 5 goals behind Harry Kane. We need him to at least be 1 goal behind Harry Kane in today's episode if he wants to catch him. That is important, because in the next episode, we only have 1 game, and that is against Wolves for the final game in the Premier League. So if he wants to do some damage, he's got to do it in one of these games. But unfortunately for the first game against Arsenal, he's not in the lineup. We've gone with Ryan Sessegnon on the left wing, Timo Werner at striker, Shaqiri out on the right wing, Coutinho linking up with the Ox in the central midfield role. A little deep, we've got Henderson in the central defensive midfield, then Tierney, Jimenez, Gomez and Semedo at the back with Alisson between the sticks. You guys might be thinking, that's a very rotated, not the usual starting 11 to be put out against Arsenal. Unfortunately, because the 2 legs against Atletico Madrid, and with there being 7 goals for us and 4 for them, well, the team's just knackered. Salah's knackered, Mane's knackered, Van Dijk's knackered. A lot of our players are just done in over those 2 legs. It was a long game. 2 very difficult legs in the semi-finals of the Champions League. So unfortunately not back fully fit. Hopefully will be for the next game against Leicester, especially our man, Mo Salah, who we need to put a couple past Leicester. But first, we've got Arsenal at Anfield, and we're taking on the Gunners. Come on, Redmen, we've got a job to do here against the Gunners. The Ox are about to face off against his ex-team, although we're 3 seasons in, and he's had to play against Arsenal quite a lot in the last 3 years. He's certainly going to probably look to do some damage. He is a Liverpool player. He's here to score goals. It's a shame we haven't got Naby Keita and Gini in the midfield because I do love their partnership right now. But that man there, the Brazilian man Coutinho, the little magician, has been fabulous since joining us in Season 3. And I think we just need to finish big over these last 2 episodes. Finish off on a high. Potentially win all 7 pieces of silverware that were up for grabs. And then retire a very, very happy manager. But as Timo Werner gets us kicked off in this first half, let's get it underway. Werner around now to Coutinho. Coutinho going to line it up on his right foot. Lets one fly. It's an easy shot and straight at Bird Leno. Put the pressure on him. Put the pressure on Mighty Don. Let's try and win this header. We win this header, we might be able to do something with it. But unfortunately, we haven't. And Arsenal now looking at ripping our defence apart. Mighty Don there, Gomez. Over to Coutinho, and the referee's going to blow for half-time at Anfield. I'm still a bit shocked that it's at 0-0. I'd say possession-wise, Arsenal have killed us off. Shot-wise, and the better team, 100% our team has been the better team. And hopefully with Arsenal kicking us off in the second half, if we keep doing what we've done in the first half, it's only a matter of time before we get in the lead. Henderson now wanting to come forward. Let's go through to the Ox. Go through to Timo Werner. He's going to have to turn his back. Ping one over the top now to Ryan Sessegnon, who's coming forward. Ryan Sessegnon, referee! Are you joking? Ryan Sessegnon pulled down in the box. And for whatever reason, the referee has given nothing there. Sisto's got the pace, and here comes Kolasinac now, wanting to get in behind. Ball into the middle. Like as they heads it back, they're going to try and put the ball in again. This is going to be a problem. And Pulisic made it 1-0. What Kieran Tierney was doing there, he didn't jump for it. He didn't use his strength. He done absolutely nothing. And Christian Pulisic has put Arsenal 1-0 up. And in the second half, not once have we looked yet at coming close to goal. I think we should have had a penalty call. But we're 1-0 down. And we seriously have to up our game here, lads. Let's slide in and get this ball. It's not going to happen. Lacazette now coming forward. Let's go, Jimenez. Pulisic puts the ball in. Semedo's there. Alisson with a big save. And Lacazette has nearly made it 2-0. Should have went straight up there. Go into Tonali now. There we go. Here's Mbappe. Mbappe now going to play it through to Henderson. Going to lay it off. Tried to go to Mbappe. Tried to go back to him. And they're going to look at pushing forward here again. Over the top now. Sisto's going to be in behind. Gomez comes across. Lacazette there. It's 2-0 Arsenal. What has happened to this Liverpool team? We are in trouble. We are in serious trouble. 2-0 down. We need to score 2 to get back to level terms. And we need to find a third to get the win. It's Gomez. Sandro Tonali. Playing up now to Henderson. Inside to Mbappe. Mbappe going to lay it off now. Here's Mbappe. Sorry, wrong player. Mbappe through on goal. It's 2-1. With 10 minutes to go. Can we pull this back? I'm not sure who played the ball there. Oh, it's the Ox. Number 21. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain through to Mbappe. Our secret weapon. Who scores and puts it to 2-1. We've still got one more to score with only 10 minutes to go. And that's only to bring it back to level terms. We need to push forward here to go up to Salah. In now to Henderson. Henderson going to lay it forwards to Mbappe. He's going to take it on his right, take it on his left. It's 2-2 and we've still got 2 minutes to go. Mbappe, I said, was going to be our secret weapon. We've gone from 2-0 down to 2-2 and a point on our board right now. Unbelievable there. Well done, Henderson. Beautiful ball. Mbappe takes the keeper one way, slots to the other. We need to get this ball ASAP. We've still got 2 minutes to go. Here's Mkhitaryan down now. Let's get in there. Mkhitaryan coming forward. Nicely done. Sandro Tonali picks that ball up. Sisto through on goal. It's 3. It's 3-2 Arsenal. We've lost it. Oh, you are joking me. You are joking me. I thought after we pulled it back, we just couldn't get the ball off them. Arsenal, all game, were very well at keeping the ball. We had chance there, second chance there. There just wasn't much we could have done. Alisson done well, got a hand to it, but only pushed it further into the roof of the net. I don't think we're going to score, but we're going to try, guys. Let's just run at them now. Here's Mbappe coming forward. Mbappe gets past one, but the referee is going to blow for full time at Anfield. We've unfortunately lost 3-2. We've actually lost 3-2 to Arsenal. And their goal come in the 92nd minute, but then again, they were 2-0 up and we scored 2 in the last 10 minutes. So how they felt in the 88th minute is probably how we now feel in the 92nd. Fair play to Arsenal. From going 2-0 down to 2-2, they didn't give up, they passed well. And in the end, they did manage to get that third goal and guarantee them the 3 points and get the win. I think I can look back at moan all I want. I think we definitely should have been in with a penalty shout. You guys will have seen that in the highlights. I'm not sure what you would have thought. But Arsenal having a lot more possession. They had 9 shots, 7 on target. We only had 7 shots, 4 on target. The amount of shots they had on target, we only had a shot. So, stat-wise, I definitely thought Arsenal had the better possession and probably shots. I didn't realise they had so many shots on target. And from those stats and on paper and via the match facts, Arsenal deserved the win. So I take my hat off to the Gunners. Well played. Mbappe picks up man of the match, and so he should, with a 9.6 rating. Came on with like 20 minutes to go and scored a brace, 2 goals. Unbelievable performance from the French striker. And let's just hope we can turn this round as we go into the game against Leicester and hopefully bounce back. And hopefully Mo Salah can do what Kylian Mbappe just done against Arsenal. Right guys, and here we are at match day. We're travelling away to face off against Leicester. It wasn't the best start to today's episode. A little bit of a disappointing 3-2 loss to the Gunners Arsenal, who are down currently in 6th position. We already know that we're crowned Premier League champions, but even so, I want to be winning as much as we possibly can. So every Premier League game between now and the end of our Liverpool career, the end of my managerial career at Liverpool, I want to be winning every possible game that I possibly can. So a loss to Arsenal was a little bit of a downer on today's episode, but hopefully we're about to bounce back against Leicester and then we can get that important win against Newcastle for the simulated game in today's episode. And with this lineup, I'm hopeful we'll do a job against Leicester. We've got Mane out on the left wing, Bobby Firmino at striker, Salah out on the right wing, Gino Wijnaldum linking up with Naby Keita in the central midfield role, a little deeper we got Fabinho in the central defensive midfield, and then Robertson and Van Dijk, Gomez and Trent at the back with Alisson between the six. I will quickly change Gini to Van Dijk for the captain. We know that Virgil van Dijk is our captain. He became it in Season 2 and he's done a tremendous job so far. He's a leader of men and he's lifted so many trophies in his Liverpool career so far. And hopefully in the next episode he can lift another 2, one being the FA Cup final and one being the Champions League final, which means we would have won the Champions League 3 seasons on the bounce, the Premier League 3 seasons on the bounce. What an absolutely incredible record. And obviously in the next episode, it will be a slightly longer episode because I will be playing all 3 games. Plus, we will be looking over my accomplishment in the 3 seasons at Liverpool before we sadly retire and hang up the suit and tie. But I'm confident against Leicester. I'm hoping Mo Salah can get on the score sheet. I'm not going to force it. If Mo Salah is in a great position, then I will certainly try and give him the ball. But I'm not going to constantly keep trying to feed him. If he wants to get into great positions and score for me, great. But I'm not going to force it because at the end of the day, we still need to win the games. So we are travelling to the King Power Stadium and hopefully they're bringing those 3 important points back to Liverpool. Come on, lads. This is our shot here. We need to prove to the travelling away fans that Arsenal was just a hiccup, a little bump in the road, and we're going to bounce back at the King Power Stadium. We're going to dominate against Leicester. And we're going to score plenty, and I mean plenty, of goals. Not going to take away from Leicester whatsoever. They are an unbelievable team. They're not in the top 10 right now. It's a battle for the top 4 right now. We've got City 3 points off the top. Arsenal at 8 points off the top. Or the top 4, should I say. It's a battle at the top. But Leicester are going to kick us off in this first half period. Let's get it underway. And let's do some damage to Leicester. Go on, Bobby, son. Let's keep going here. Here's Bobby. Going to cut it back. Nicely done. Play it into Salah. This is nice. Salah on the edge of the box. Trying to get in the box. Onto his left foot. Let's one fly. The Egyptian King scored. What a beautiful goal. A little bit different to how I normally score with Mo Salah. Normally, I'm at the kind of 6-7 yard box and I go for a finesse. This time round, edge of the box. Didn't finesse it. just blasted it home. And what a beautiful shot and goal that is. Beautiful from Mo Salah. And potentially one goal towards catching Harry Kane. Can he continue to do so and find a second in this game against Leicester City? Keep going, keep going. Let's go, Gomez. Use your strengths up. No, not going to happen. Van Dijk's going to get there. Fabinho's there. Oh, we have messed up so badly at the back there. So badly at the back. Maddison clears up nicely from our mistake. That was shocking. But watch a replay. I'll see where it all went wrong, but the Leicester fans are bouncing, so ball comes in. Van Dijk with a terrible header. A little bit awkward for Fabinho. John Joe Shelby's there to just snap it off and play it into Maddison. Alisson's off his line because he come out to help Van Dijk. And Maddison slots home in the 33rd minute. It's back to 1-1 for us to draw or lose this game. Play it through now. Nicely don't go through to Bobby. Bobby through on goal. Going to cut back now. Referee! Oh, this is a joke. Surely that is the second call now for a penalty. Here's Genie now coming forwards. Genie going to lay it off to Mane. I'm going to go straight in now to Fabinho. And as we look at getting a break going, the referee's going to blow for half time at the King Power Stadium. We're going in at 1-1. This cannot be another Liverpool-Arsenal game. We cannot afford for this to happen. At least this time around, we didn't start losing. We went from winning to drawing. But in reality, lads, we've got up our game here. We need to find some more goals because we are not drawing or losing to Leicester City. Here comes Iwobi now. Let's go, Trent. Nicely done. Ball into the middle. Let's deal with Fabinho. We've laid it off to Maddison, and Marty's there. And luckily enough for us, puts it over the bar. Fabinho running forwards now. Here comes Fabinho. Let's go out wide and then straight over the top now for Bobby to run to. Come on, Bobby. You've got to take this down nicely. Bobby Firmino through on goal. Back of the net. It's 2-1. I did start to feel with the golf swing that the only man that was going to score for us was going to be that man there, Bobby Firmino. He takes it down beautifully, shrugs the defender off and volleys it into the roof of the net. Beats the keeper between the sticks. We've gone back in the lead. Let's just hope we can finish off with this lead and get those 3 important points and bring them back to Liverpool. The Ox going to lay it off to Bobby Firmino. Bobby Firmino going to look at ping one over now to Mbappe, who's done very well to keep that win, and he's going to keep this ball in. Mbappe going to unleash some speed here. Let's try and play it in now to the Ox, and it's the back of the net. Well, it's definitely game over now as Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain scores the third in the 91st minute. Unbelievable play there from Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe, all on his own. Kept it in. It was on the line. He run pretty much half of the pitch to then square it to the Ox, who then side foots it and slices it into the top left corner. It's 3-1. It's game over. And most importantly, we've bagged those 3 points and we'll be bringing them back to Liverpool as the referee blows for full time. We've done just that. We certainly haven't played and been the best Liverpool team in this episode. That is without a doubt. I'm glad that Mo Salah got on the score sheet. I'm hoping he can score against Newcastle in this simulated game. We're certainly playing probably 7 out of 10 in the first game, 7 out of 10 in the second game. Luckily enough, this time round, not playing to our full potential. We still managed to get the win. 8 shots, 7 on target. Leicester having 2 shots, only 1 of them being on target. Bobby Firmino picks up man of the match with a 9.1 rating. We win 3-1. We bagged the 3 points. That's the important part. I'm just hoping in this last simulated game against Newcastle, we turn up, we play well, and we win without breaking a sweat. Right, guys, and here we are ready for the last game in today's episode. We're at Anfield. We're facing off against Newcastle. It's a simulated game. We currently sit a game in hand, but 25 points clear on second position Chelsea. We have absolutely, and I mean absolutely, smashed it once again. Absolutely killed it. Still, with 2 Premier League games to go, we're 25 points clear at the top. That is unbelievable. Now, it's a shame realistically, because if we would have won the game against Arsenal, we could have been well over 100. But with 2 games to go, we can potentially finish on 101 points. But that all depends on if we win this simulated game against Newcastle. Now, I have had to rotate the team a little bit. You can see there's still the likes of Robertson, Naby, Gomez and Salah who aren't fully fit, but I need to play them. We need to be still playing a decent rotated team. I can't afford to change every position because sometimes when we do that, it seems like the team just doesn't work. But I've gone with Ryan Sessegnon on the left wing, Timo Werner at striker, Salah out on the right wing, Coutinho linking up with Naby Keita in the central midfield role. A little deep, we got Sandro Tonali in the central defensive midfield, and then Robertson, Jimenez, Gomez and Semedo at the back, with Alisson between the sticks. Please, EA gods, let us finish on a high. From what I've just seen in their recent results, their last game they lost 1-0 to Stoke City, but before that they beat Fulham 1-0 and they beat Manchester City 3-0. No wonder Manchester City are not, I repeat, not in the top four when they're losing to the likes of Newcastle. Fingers crossed I haven't just jinxed us and made us suffer a loss here to Newcastle. But let's get these players warmed up. Please finish on a high. We started a bit rocky at the start. We pulled it back. Please finish on a high. Semedo picks up a yellow card in the 6th minute. 15 minutes in, nothing else has happened just yet. We're fast approaching half-time already. Still the game is goalless. Gomez picks up a yellow card in the 36th minute. We're into the second half now. Half-time's been and gone. Fabinho on for Coutinho. Latta on for Steady. Bobby Firmino on for Timo Werner. Come on, lads. Somebody score. I'd love it if Mo Salah could. Out of it, no one I would have thought would have scored. The man Jose Maria Jimenez scores in the 72nd minute. Luckily enough, we go on to win the game from that goal. But once again, I am ending today's episode very disappointed with how the team is playing. Yes, I say that whether you win by 1 goal or 10 goals, a win is a win. And I'm over the moon that we get the win against Newcastle. But oh my, Jimenez, our centre-back scoring. Not one of our outfield players when we had the likes of Naby Keita, Coutinho, Werner, Salah, Sessegnon, Fabinho come on, Bobby Firmino come on. How are we not scoring goals past that Newcastle team? For me, it just, when I look at that team, we should be scoring 3 or 4 goals. We don't. On the plus side, I'll take the 1-0 and the 1-0 victory and the 3 points. But in this next episode, we're talking about the final of the FA Cup, the final of the Champions League, and the final game in the Premier League. If we don't seriously up our game and I start playing better, we could really throw it away in this final game of the FIFA 19, or the final episode, should I say, of the FIFA 19 Liverpool career mode. Right, guys, and here we are back at the Central for the final time in today's episode. It's starting to set in now that, and I'm sure it'll set in for you guys at home, this is episode 92, the second to last Liverpool career mode. The next time you see a Liverpool career mode after this, it'll be the final one in FIFA 19. And trust me, guys, it's going to be a big one, because not only is the first game against Wolverhampton Wanderers in the final of the FA Cup, we then just a day later, which has bugged me a little bit, because I can't understand why we'd play the FA Cup final on the Saturday, the 22nd of May, and then play Wolves again on the Sunday, the following day. So whatever team I put out in the FA Cup final, not one player is going to be fit for the game in the Premier League. So I personally think, obviously in the next episode I'm going to be playing all 3 games. I think I'm going to put out the best team I possibly can in the FA Cup final. I'll put out some of the players that we brought back, like Matip, like Lucas Leiva, like Martin Skrtel, play some of the youngsters, play some of the players we brought back, play some of the legends that we brought back this season, play them against Wolves, whatever happens, happens, and then face off against Manchester United in the final of the Champions League. 3 incredible final games in this next episode. And not only is it 3 finals, it's also the final episode of the Liverpool career mode. But a few things I want to touch on, guys, before we end today's episode. Number 1, has Harry Kane grown the gap any bigger? That is something we certainly need to know. So if we go over to the standings, I think I need to change it to the top goal scorers. Click into it, and then change the competition to the Premier League. Oh, it's never going to happen. Not in a million years. Kane currently sits on 25 goals, 6 ahead of Mo Salah. Yeah, he certainly struggled in the last quarter of this season, Mo Salah. He certainly hasn't been in his scoring ways. I mean, when you look at it, he has played 4 games, 4 matches less than Harry Kane. But even if he'd have played those 4, I'm not sure he would have done too much. He started off great, but this last quarter, he's just been a little bit poor. And sadly, hasn't been able to do the job and keep up with Harry Kane. I'm just hopeful now. I mean, realistically, it's going to be difficult. He's going to have to score a hat-trick against Wolves in the Premier League to get him to 22 goals for us to complete that fan objective. So it makes it very difficult now whether he's going to get and complete the fan objective or not. Obviously, we will be looking over that in the next episode. Episode 93 is going to be a little bit big, guys. It's probably going to be long. We're going to be playing 3 games. We need to look over our career at Liverpool. We need to look over the fan objectives for season 3. We need to look over the team that we've built, how the ratings have changed, and then the big, important, sad thing of going to the office and retiring in season 3 as Liverpool's manager. It is going to be a sad episode. Let's just hope we can get 3 important wins and finish on a high before we do retire. But I just quickly want to mention, guys, before I end today's episode, I mentioned at the start, if you haven't watched the start of this video and you skipped it to the game, please go back, listen, and go and vote on the straw poll. I explained all about what it is. I'll give it a little brief explanation now. This episode right now, 92, there's a straw poll down below. It'll be in the description, and I'll leave it in the comment section. You are voting for what league we are going to do our final FIFA 19 career mode in before FIFA 20 comes out. I'm hopeful that we're going to be able to do 1 whole season with this new team before FIFA 20 comes out. Don't worry too much about the league if you're thinking, oh, I haven't really got a favourite league. Forget about the league, guys. Think of a team, more the fact the team, okay? Because what we're then going to do is you're going to vote for the league. If you want me to be Barcelona's manager for 1 season before FIFA 20, then Barcelona are in the league La Liga. So vote for La Liga on the straw poll down below. If you want me to take over at Wolves, let's say, you need to vote on the straw poll down below for the Premier League. And then when the Premier League, the next straw poll on episode 92 is going to be Premier League teams, you need to vote for Wolves. If you want me to do a team in the Serie A, vote for the Serie A. And then when the next straw poll shows all the Serie A teams and you want me at AC Milan or Inter Milan, then vote for that team. It's as simple as that, guys. So think in your head right now, what team would you like to see me take over and manage for 1 season before FIFA 20 comes out? Then think about what league they're in. Go and vote for that league. And then if that league wins, make sure you vote for them in episode 92 on the straw poll. Vote for them. Important, guys. Go and vote right now. As you listen to this, if you haven't already, go and vote on the league that the team that you want me to manage is in. And then if that league wins, make sure you vote for your team, okay? Very, very important, because this is going to be the last and final FIFA 19 career mode team that we do a series on. And then hopefully when we get to the end of that season and finish it off, we should be ready to launch FIFA 20 career modes. So don't forget to vote down below in the comment section and the description. The link will be in both. Go and vote for the league. I can't stress that enough. And then make sure in the next episode you vote for the team. Now, if your league doesn't win, if you wanted La Liga but the Premier League wins, don't worry too much. We may be doing a La Liga team in FIFA 20. Just then vote for the team that you would like me to do in, for example, the Premier League. So if you wanted Barcelona in La Liga but the Premier League wins, then just vote for a Premier League team you'd like to see me do. But that is going to do it for today's episode, guys. And if you have enjoyed it, please do give it a big thumbs up for me. Don't forget to drop your comments down below. If you're new around here, click that subscribe button. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and family. And I've been MassiveBrad. Peace out.